Annie Gallagher, Helena Miller. Modernism time.
Yeah.
Our poet that we chose to do is Amy Lowell. She was an influential modernist poet back during the Modernism time period, and Annie is going to tell you about her.
I will. Okay. She was born in 1874 in Brookline, Massachusetts. There she lived on a family estate called Severnals. Her family was Episcopalian, which is a type of religion. I know, it's a cool word, right? And also, they were at the top of Boston society. Yeah, so they were pretty cool people. In 1891, she decided to sequester herself in the family library, which had around 7,000 books to study literature. As her writing career sparked and started growing, she became very interested and influenced by the Imagist movement. In 1915, her works became a part of a collection of a whole bunch of poems by different Imagist poets. And so that was pretty cool that she got to be a part of that. And then even later in her career, she came across the technique of mixing formal and free verse. So that kind of made it interesting. And then even later on, she became influenced by Chinese and Japanese poetry, which is, you don't see that very often. And sadly, she died in 1925 at her home at the age of 51. Sad. Now Helena's going to tell you all about modernism. Oh, you need this.
These are just some characteristics to look for in modernism poetry. It was very... What does that word say?
Short.
It was short and unrhymed, yeah. It was usually didn't have a lot of adjectives or adverbs. It was very blunt and got to the point. They took out a lot of describing words and just boom, boom, boom. It also experimented with genre and form a lot, as opposed to like Puritanism, rationalism, Romanticism. It stuck to like nature, just like feelings and stuff. And finally, with modernism, people started like, well, that's boring. Let's do our own stuff. And the two big things in the modernism period that we have so far come across, imagery and symbolism.
Yeah.
It's just stuff to look for whenever you're reading.
And it'll be pretty obvious, because there's a lot of it.
There's a lot of it. It's very, very, alright, that's not a good word. There's a lot of it. So pretty much, modernism, it had a lot of imagery and symbolism, but it was still to the point, blunt emotions, blunt sentences, didn't use a lot of describing words. So yeah, look for that stuff.
See you later in our post video. Enjoy reading the poems.